Hey, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photo chats. So today we'll talk about photographing children. Especially as a street photographer, a lot of people say you can't photograph kids anymore. And to which I say, you can and you must. Because kids make the best expressions. From the old Elliot Erwitt photographs of a boy with a big baguette, or Bresson with the kid with the wine bottles. Kids have always been a great source of photographic subject matter, and they're still making great photos. They're still making great expressions, and we need to photograph them. Do we have to be careful? Yes. Do we have to be respectful? Yes. Can we go up to the parents and ask, hey, they're doing something really wonderful. Can I photograph this and give it to you? Yeah, we can do that. Can we photograph them surreptitiously? Yeah. We just have to be ready to, if anybody asks, we're like, oh yeah, I'm documenting street on the Pearl Street Mall, the New York City streets. I'm documenting and I'm glad to give you a photo. It's a wonderful little moment I captured. That's the kind of stuff that we just have to be genuine with it. Be obvious with it. Not be sneaky, not be hiding in the bushes and photographing. Because the kids make great expressions. I was just down on Pearl Street and there was a woman with this large bubble maker and these kids were just like reaching up for the bubbles. And I did it very, very discreetly, stealthily. I did it where they're right here, and as I'm walking past, I did the shoot a few and put the camera over my shoulder and keep going. My goal isn't to freak anybody out. My goal isn't to scare anybody. But it is to capture a little moment that's right in front of me that is of joy, that will bring other people joy when they see it. It is fair and legal to photograph. It is in the public street. And the kids are playing very, very broadly. And if anybody asks, I would be glad to show them what I'm photographing. I'd be glad to get the photos to the parents. The point is, there is joy in the world, and there is a way to approach it respectfully. There is a way to do it where you're not out to cause any kind of stress or harm. You're just trying to document a beautiful world of all ages, young and old. And I will often tell people, if they say, I'm like, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to photograph everybody who's living in 2023 and show the world as we are. And if we say, well, we can't shoot kids, it feels like we're kind of buying into that thing of like, everybody's a monster now. You can't photograph kids. It's like, let's go at it with a professional, respectful approach. Let's go out there and talk to people and tell them what we're doing. Let's ask permission. I know many times as a news photographer, we would go out looking for enterprise photos, or we called them roamers. We'd roam around looking for something for the front page to put with a weather story to make something pictorial, because we didn't have a strong news photo for the day. And you often go up to people and say, hey, can I photograph your kid? They're doing something that was visual. And you would ask permission. If you ask permission, you can often get it. If you tell them what you're working on, be very, very joyous in your approach. I'm photographing life on the street. I'm photographing kids in the fountain. I'm photographing people. Sometimes there's adults and kids in a fountain, or whatever it is. You're just documenting it to make it so that you can make it a part of your street photography gallery, your documentation of that place. And if you go there with that joy and you go there with that approach and you talk to people, and if you once in a while just photograph in passing on the quick, you can do that. And those photos are important. And if those photos don't get made, then I don't think as a society we're better off, because, okay, all those kids were hidden from view because we were afraid of the guy in the bushes. Everybody's not a guy in the bushes. And in America, at least, we have a right to photograph what we can see in public with no expectation of privacy. You don't need permission, but you do have to be careful, and you do have to be respectful, and you have to find a way to, go and approach it in a way that people don't feel threatened, and make it so that you're a positive force. Hopefully you'll get photographs to them and they'll actually have those photographs as a result of your ability to go shoot those. I talked a few weeks about the photo of the two children standing against a wall that I never got to get to the father. Ideally, they contact you or you get their information and contact them, but make the photograph and do what you have to do to create art out of the people you meet, because kids are part of the world and they often have some of the best expressions. All right, that's Ace Photography Talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, hit the Patreon. Thanks to all my supporters. I appreciate you. I'll be back next time. We'll talk more photography. As always, here's the good light.